I think so. Okay, I tried this before and it wasn't working. So hopefully, oops, I'll get this working. Okay, wow, I just did my online with a nurse. And I think because of the way I take care of myself, she didn't have a whole lot to say. I just kind of upgraded her on everything, and I'm still toothless, but in a couple weeks I get a flipper and I'll wear that till I decide if I want to get a peg. With ALS, I don't know. Maybe the flipper will be all I need. We'll see. But anyway, I want to tell you guys that those magnets, North magnets, were great. I ordered me one half of a queen size mattress pad, and I put that on my bed under my sheet. Oh my gosh, for the first time ever, I'm getting REM sleep. I never got any REM sleep. I have this pulse ring, and it measures my sleeping. Wow, it's really windy here. Can you hear the wind came up? Wow, we'll see what happens here. um, but anyway, I wasn't getting ever any REM sleep. And I asked, chat guy, I said, what happens if you don't get REM sleep? He says, well, you should go to your doctor. You probably have something wrong with you, blah, 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 blah. Well, I have ALS, so that probably is what caused it. But now I'm getting REM sleep. Sometimes I only get 20 minutes, sometimes get an hour and a half, but I feel so much more energy. And I'm wondering if that isn't why all of us with ALS don't have any energy, because we don't get any REM sleep. That would be something for somebody to study. That would be interesting. I guess I'm curious on that now, because I can't believe the difference in my energy level since I've been getting the energy sleep from the North magnets. Also, I did my first televisit. They told me it'd be 45 minutes, and I think it was 15, 20 minutes. But like I said, when I go to the doctors or the nurses, I'm usually telling them what I need. I'm usually telling them what I'm doing. And with ALS, my one pulmonary, or my neuropathy doctor, he said, you're right, there's not a lot we can do. Okay. And I'm just struggling a little with them coming out with these new meds, and they are thousands of dollars. Something just ain't right, folks. And I got upset today because CBS News got up and said, oh, people that have been on THC and CBD for 10 years are going to have all these health things. You know what? I'm going to hit 10 years in September. I've been on these THC and CBD gummies for 10 years, and they have kept me alive. They have cured my cancer. They kept me alive when all my veins and arteries collapsed and they sent me home to die with COVID. I've got ALS. I'm on 10 years, and look I can still move my fingers. I can still move my hands. Of course, I wore these things and sleep in them for the last 5 or 6 years, and they work, and I wear compression socks. So I do everything that I can to take care of myself. And I think maybe they do these nurse visits to make sure that you're taken care of, that they know that somebody checks on you, and it's not a bad thing, especially if you're all alone. I think that's awesome. I just did it because they've been bugging me. I thought maybe now that they understand that I have ALS, And like I told him, it's hard for me to answer those questions because I have ALS. I deal with the AFib, but that's better because I have this magnet necklace now. That's really kept my AFib under control. My blood pressure is under control. I'm doing pretty good. My heart rate's been pretty low. And see, sometimes I'll take a tiny bit more THC and that'll get my heart rate up a little more. So I do everything I can do to keep myself alive, everybody. I mean, it's just not a picnic in the park. I work at it. I'm my own caretaker. I'm one patient with ALS. And granted, my boyfriend comes over on the weekends and he helps me and I help him because he had a STEMI heart attack and he only has a half a heart. Somebody says, well, I didn't think you could live with a half a heart. I said, well, I never heard it that you could either. But my thought was, we got to build that half a heart up strong. And you know what? He's doing great. He's playing pickleball. He was 3 weeks after he came home. And I got him some Vinea tea. I drink the Vinea coffee. That's supposed to open your arteries. And I think it does work. They've done testing and it does work, that Vinea coffee or tea. They even have Vinea pills now, and they got Vinea drinks. But if you can, and I don't get any money from anybody telling you guys what to get, okay? This is to help you in things that I have done. Now my boyfriend is done with this Vinea and how it helped us both, okay, with our illnesses we had. So everything on my channel is things that I have done, I have tried, and works. Now there may be some things I haven't tried that you try and it works for you. And that's good. What have we got to lose? That's what I've always said. If we can live a little longer and have a better life, be pain-free. I tell you, I bought one of those North magnets and it had the frequencies in it. It was a little more expensive and it's a wraparound. And I'll tell you what, I wrap that thing around me and the pain is gone if I get pain. I was getting horrible pain when I bent down. Didn't know if it was from my diaphragm, weak diaphragm, or what. I even got some of these here, I'll show you. I seen somebody had these. These are awesome. And you get them and they even got little magnets on them so that it's easy to pick stuff up. You get two and I have one next to my bed and I have one here and you just push it and it picks up things off the floor because I can pick stuff off the floor and the next time I do, I get this horrible pain. It's just so bizarre. I tell you, ALS is crazy. And then I put that frequency magnets and the pain's gone. I ate beans the other day. I can't eat beans anymore. I had the worst stomach pain. I thought it was worse than giving birth and I put that frequency on there. Within 15, 20 minutes, my pain was gone again. So I'll tell you, I'm on that NIV vent at night, and I was getting CO2 off my BiPAP after being on that for 8.5 years. And I was getting that CO2, and I haven't been getting any more CO2 being on NIV vent. So don't think, if you get on a BiPAP, you just use it at night. It's not that big a deal, and you will feel so much better in the morning. It gives you more energy. You'll sleep better, and it will preserve your diaphragm from dying sooner. I think that is the one thing that these doctors can do is put people on these BiPAP ASVs or an NIV vent, depending on how bad your diaphragm is. And that's going to give you a longer lifespan. Trust me on this. And I've known a couple people that were even on hospice that went back on their NIV or went on their BiPAPs, and they're still here almost a year later. So don't tell me these don't work. Um, on I've got the videos on my gummies. What I'm doing now, I was going to update everybody, is I'm almost 10 years. So, and I mean, I'm not cured. I'm just very, and for the last 3 years, I've been 31, 32 on that AFR scale. Okay. And I looked back today, and for 3 years I've been there. Okay. So I'm very borderline to where they want you to get hospice, but I'm not sure I will get, because I level myself out, and I have my ramp days, I have my non-ramp days. But what I'm doing now, I'm buying they're stronger gummies. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting them up in 8 pieces, but it's cheaper for me to do that, and I'm getting a little stronger ones by doing that. And so I cut them up in 8 pieces, and I take my little piece every 6 hours. But now during the day on the noon one, I bought the THC and CBD cream. It's 1,000 is what it says. And I just stick my finger in a little bit, stick it in each nostril, and I feel so much better doing that. So some of you, if you don't even want to try the gummies, I've never tried just that. I've been thinking about it when I run out of my gummies, just using that cream in my nose and see if there's any difference. But buy some of that cream. And like I said, I'm using the 1,000 milligram cream, and it's THC and CBD both. And you just stick your finger in. Now, that stuff lasts about 8 hours, it says, if you put it on your skin. So I've been using it at noon, and it's lasting about 6 to 8 hours. Okay. Because sometimes at 6 I forget to even take my other meds because it's still working in my system. And then about 8 o'clock, my phlegm will start up, or I'll start choking more, or I'll think, okay, what's going on? Well, it's like, oh crap, I forgot to take my meds at 6. So anyway, I hope any of this helps you guys, and God bless. I hadn't done a video for a while, and I had to get a new computer. Windows 11 did a download and crashed my Windows 10, where I had downloaded Windows 11 onto, crashed my hard drive. So I had to take my little bit of savings and get me a different computer, because this is my lifeline, and this is where I'll do my online with the doctors and stuff. So anyway, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Goodbye. I can remember how to do this. Oh, in stream.